It all started with an eviction. The leadership of a Wormhole organization reached out to my corp to help them fight off some attackers. We agreed, and for the next 4 hours I hauled 30 cruisers into the Wormhole, crossing over 120 jump gates in total. The plan was easy. Before the attackers would show up, we would have control over all Wormhole entrances and be able to fight them off immediately. 30 minutes before the stations became vulnerable, everything started going wrong. A miscommunication led to the enemy being able to enter through a Wormhole entrance we were not aware of, and suddenly the tide turned and we had to start fighting outnumbered. We fought hard, but with the friendly fleet not yet formed, it was just our corp against their T3 cruiser fleet. We exchanged some shots, but we had to retreat every time until we were pinned in the station. Finally, our allies formed the Kikimora and British Navy issue fleet, but it was too late. At this point, the enemy outnumbered our alliance 4-1, and the following attack of the friendly fleet resulted in the loss of all their ships while the enemies all survived. We asked our friends what their backup plan was, but it turned out they did not have one. 4 hours of hauling ships, a desperate fight against too many enemy players, and still keeping all our ships alive. Lose all of this in the explosion of the station that we fought for hard? No thanks. We switched to our Corp intern Discord channel and started evacuation efforts. We would not let all our efforts get blown up. At this point, there were 2 ways of escape, but both would camp by multiple sabers with Lokis as support. One wormhole exit led directly to Losec, the other one to another wormhole system, and from there to Losec as well. We had 10 pilots and 30 ships to evacuate from a heavily canned station. Every ship we undocked was a struggle to get out of the bubbles and warp off, but once in warp, we were not yet safe. A part of the attacking fleet had noticed our efforts and started patrolling the wormhole exits, but somehow they were always on the wrong wormhole, and we got more and more ships out. At least 3 of our Executor Navy issues escaped in low hull after taking Loki fire, but none died. Then, one of the wormholes collapsed due to too much mass passing through it, and we only had one way of escape left. Suddenly, 3 of our Executor Navy issues were trapped in the same bubble, and the enemy fleet was landing behind us already. In a coordinated effort, we all decloaked at the same time, and we got the single kill of the entire evening. Again, our Executor Navy issues escaped in hull, but the enemy saber did not. Trapped in its own bubble, it went down to our railgun fire. Finally, we had escaped. All 30 cruisers survived, safe in different stations in different Losec systems, but all alive. Behind us, 4 station and 13 moon drills died over the next half an hour, but we made it out alive. I remember this moment as one of our Corp's biggest triumphs, and it made me feel very connected to my space friends. Weeks later, we still look back at this crazy moment of escape, and I will always remember it as one of my best EVE Online memories. Thank you for watching.